You know what? I'm pretty sure the fifth time is the charm. Stop it. Well, hello and welcome to the Tequila Hour. My name is Amanda. It is now 13 past 4. It is PM. It is the 7th of the 7th. Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. 2024 in Australia. New South Wales, in the Forge, in the secret motherfucking location. And hi, yes, if you can interpret between the lines of this recording, you would realise that I have to... Mate, I've attempted this recording multiple times. You know what? I am not a person to give up. I'll tell you that right now. I will keep going. If I'm engaged, yeah. If I am engaged and passionate and all in, then, mate, I will repeat the process over and over and motherfucking over again till I get there. So we're here. And you'd be like, Amanda, what are you talking about? You might recall that last week, A, I started using a new microphone, but B, I started using a new platform, which is Adobe Audition. Now, I'm not that, what do you call it? Professional? Knowledgeable is the word I'm probably looking for. Knowledgeable in Adobe Audition. Hence why I probably started this podcast multiple times this afternoon. But that's okay because you know what? It is what it is. And I got there in the end. So thank you to me for my tenacity to keep going. And let's just get into it. First of all, may I say to you, as I sit here at 4:15 p.m. in Australia, New South Wales, in the secret motherfucking location, it's a little bit cloudy. It's not that sad. I'm sounding very sad. Look, it's a little bit overcast. It is winter, so it's to be expected. And earlier in the day, it was glorious sunshine and, you know, it was still cool. Now I'm sitting here in the Forge and it's overcast and it's kind of cool and cold. I'm about to needing to put on a jumper situation. And yet I don't, because that's how I roll. And let's just back up the boat a little bit. And you know what time it is. It's time for some fucking admin. Mate. Yep, I'm dropping F-bombs to the right, to the left, to all. It's all happening today. Because you know what? When I say to you I've attempted this podcast this afternoon, this recording, like literally 5 times, and throughout that period I've probably had too much to drink, and now I'm sitting here thinking, I think I've had too much to be as articulate as I want to be. And now WhatsApp. I don't know. My phone's making noises. Who cares? It doesn't matter because you know what? The topic of discussion today is play. Play. Just playful. Playing. Just taking some time for yourself just to have some fun and engage in that one thing that brings you joy that basically, I don't know, if you want to regress to that feeling of being a child and just that sense of wonder of finding something new that you just are fully absorbed in, you just relax and just tune out the whole motherfucking shit that's going on in your life for a certain period of time. You're just playing. And mate, we need to do that. And I need to do that. And I want to share those experiences with you today. So first, some admin. Let's get into it. Number one, I've just mentioned I've attempted to record this podcast multiple fucking times. And yet I have succeeded. We may or may not reflect on how this sounds. Guess what? It is what it is. Number two, I am actually drinking tequila. I know. Oh, yeah. People will be like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah. What's happening? What is happening, bitch? I'm drinking tequila. I am drinking The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's. Is it? I don't even know what it's called because I've just had too much of it. Let me go to my trusty Google. Hello, Google. Yes, I'd love to work for you. Putting it out there. Fuck it. Putting it out into the universe. Yeah, I'd like to work for Google. You know why? I don't know why. I think it'd be fucking cool. Anyway, Google, stop it. Let's go to Dan Murphy's, which is where I've bought this tasty drop from. I'll get to it. I'm going to actually get to the name of it because I've wanted to try this for a long time since it was actually released by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get our trusted little mitts on it until now. So, tequila. I'm using a search bar, by the way. New. Let's see what it comes up with. You might hear noises in the background. Just deal with that. Do I put in... I don't know what it's called. Dwayne Johnson. That's not going to come up. Why isn't it coming up immediately? It's not. Dan Murphy's, fuck you. Your search engine is shit. I will get there. Is it Terramana? It sounds wrong when I say that. I'm just going to, going off. Let's just go The Rocks. Yeah, you can hear me typing him in the background. The Rocks tequila. Name is, I'll get there, Terramana. Thank you, Google. Thank you. I love you. Employ me. I'm not joking. I actually want to be working for Google. Anyway, Terramana is a premium small batch tequila founded by Dwayne. You know who the fuck he is. The Rock Johnson, Jenna Fagnan, Ken Austin, and Danny Garcia. Didn't know that. Crafted at Distillery Terramana de Agave, nestled in the highest peaks of the Jalisco Highlands, Terramana, trademarked by the way, offers three distinct expressions: Blanco, Raspado, and Hancho. Hancho? How do you pronounce it? Hancho? Anejo. Anheuser? I don't know. I'm not fucking Mexican. I'm Australian, so I don't know. No, I'm not racist. I went to Blanco, mate. I probably need to drink it again. Sorry. Let's just get into my report. This is a preliminary report on my feedback on this tequila. I would say to you that it's clean. I'd say it's fucking strong. I'd say it represents the rock. Does it? I don't know. This is just a quick soundbite of my description of what I think this is. Should I do tequila descriptions and my opinions? I don't know. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Probably because I've had too much tequila. Yeah, I like it, clearly. I've drunk it, most of it. Pretty much have one nip left. How do I describe it? I want to say robust, but robust is not the word that I want to use today. Do I get sexual? Shit. No, it's manly. It's strong. It's kind of bitey. If you have a nip, it burns, but it's not awful. It's it's fucking manly. I like it. It's clean and manly. Okay, let's describe it. It's the Rock. He's just hopped out of the shower. I don't know what that I shouldn't probably go there. But he's just had a shave and he's very clean. And he shaved his face and other areas. But yet, he's fucking sweaty. He's masculine. He's kind of bitey. Terramata, get into it. Blanco, I highly recommend it. Anyway, getting lost in my own thoughts about The Rock coming out of a shower. If you know, you know. I don't know if you know. Anyway, let's just move on. Highly recommend. No, actually, I recommend because I probably need to grab another bottle and see my full opinion. Not just based on my sexual desires for The Rock. Anyway, let's move on. Drinking tequila because it is the tequila hour, and really probably the fact that I'm rambling and kind of drunk probably leads into the topic of discussion today. It's about just playing, having fun, just enjoying some of those things that just, I don't know, bring you joy, make you laugh. You know, at your core, and I'm going to relay this back to me, at my core, I was going to say a fool in love, no, with The Rock. No, I need to just, and I am aware of this, and it's something that I've become more aware of in my journey that is self-development in the last couple of years. I'm coming down, thank you. I'm coming down. That, yeah, just to enjoy those moments where you're not fucking thinking of all of the things that you need to fucking do. But just, you know, if you have to schedule, because sometimes we have to schedule time to do this, is just fucking relax, eh? And play and enjoy something that you just love doing. And you know what? In society as it stands today, if you're someone like myself where, you know, you've got a 9-to-5 job and it's a stressful job and a challenging job, but yet a very rewarding job, and you're married and you might have children or you might not, and you've got a family or you might not, I don't know, all of this shit, all these things. You might have a mortgage, you might not. You might be renting. You realise that, you know, financially everything's at its tipping point at the moment. And to be honest, everyone is fucking stressed out of their minds. at the moment. And I can see that. And I think if you're, I don't know, totally oblivious to what's going on around you in society in general, then congratulations to you. May I say, though, that all in all, when I stop, bathing in my own bullshit and close my eyes and reopen them again and just tune into what I see around me, yeah, people are fucking stressed. People are starting to, or all of the above, they're losing their fucking shit. And you know what? Today is just me rambling on about, I might be a little bit drunk and in love with the rock, but more importantly, it's just about having a fucking good time and just finding that one thing, or hopefully multiple things, that in your life that you can just switch out all the shit and just play. And I think as adults, I know this seems contrite. It kind of does sound contrite when I'm talking about it out loud, but I really think we need to give ourselves permission just to have some fun, just to do stupid shit. You know what I mean? Just do some stupid shit, okay? Just to be creative and just, I don't know, do stick figure pictures. I don't know. Just have some fun. And this is the thing for me. I'm going to round it out to what I'm talking about today, and then I'm going to talk about some products that I've actually used today and some adventures I've been on over the weekend. Yeah, I'll get there. First of all, drink break. Yeah, that was beautiful, by the way. Yes, you'll hear me drinking if I don't edit this out. Oh, damn you, Rock. So apart from drinking tequila. Oh, I need to have that as a fucking smash fat. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've got to remember this shit. The other thing I'm drinking, which is new, which is an energy drink. Can't speak. An energy drink, which is Mango Passion Muscle Nation energy drink, 0 sugar, mango passion flavour. I'm going to have a sip of it right now because I bought it at the survey today when I put petrol in my car. It's tasty. I like it. Is it as tasty as Monster Energy? No, but we'll see what energy it gives me throughout this podcast, shall we? Let's see where we go. Anyway, tequila, energy drink. I've got my Shure 55SH microphone, which is the second time I'm recording with this microphone. Second time I'm recording in Adobe Audition. Let's just fucking go and see where this goes, shall we? Yep. Have you forgotten to just have some time to not just relax, but to play? I'm asking you the question today because you know what? We live as human beings in a very highly stressed world. May I propose to you the pure joy in just finding that thing or multiple things that you just tune out, you just find that inner child and you just relax. Because you know what? I've realised personally, just finding that inner child or that playfulness or where you're just, I don't know, completely curious and not forgiving and you really don't know because you don't care because you're a fucking child, where you just do and you have fun and, you know, yes, you might have mum and dad telling you what to do back, if I want to go back and regress. I'm not talking about that. I'm telling you, find those moments in your life just to find that thing or multiple things that just bring you childlike play. For me, if you haven't figured this out already, my playtime, one of my major playtimes is this podcast. I'm not going to lie. It's multiple things for me. It is just right now I'm having fun. I've had a drink this afternoon. I'm talking about The Rock. It's like I keep going on about him. Let's just bring it back, shall we? Rewind. Let's talk about my day, shall we? And then I want to talk about play. So today is Sunday in Australia. It is now 4:33 p.m. So got up. I'm not going to tell you about I was about to tell you about my whole entire day. I'll keep some things a secret. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look, I got up eventually and then read into it if you want to. And I had thought about this yesterday that I wanted to go to a particular store, which I did, which is a crystal shop that I've touched on in the past because I was drawn to going. I was going to go a week ago and I decided to go today. I'm very glad that I did because right now as I sit here doing this podcast, I purchased a couple of actually beautiful crystals, which I could go into it today and I won't because I want to touch on that probably another time. Suffice to say, I bought 3 crystals. They're all actually different crystals, actually. And, yeah, I'm very happy with them and they're beautiful. And, yeah, I'm holding one in my hand as I speak right now and, yeah, it makes me I'm getting emotional. Yeah, I'm weird. Yes, I'm weird, all right. Yeah, it's cool. So I did that. I bought some Subway. I came home. I then watched some YouTube. I watched some Angelica Nefwist. Is that how you say it? I'll have to actually know the pronunciation of her surname. Anyway, I really enjoy her videos. And then decided to play with some new makeup. So yesterday, rewinding even further, I picked up a new pair of prescription reading glasses, which if you've seen pictures of me on YouTube and YouTube actually, on YouTube and Instagram, mainly Instagram, I do wear prescription glasses to read and to use my computer because my day-to-day life in and out is pretty much staring at a computer. So I need glasses. So I picked them up. Ray-Bans, love them. Actually, I love the look of them. I got the same script, but I feel like they're not, I don't know, there's a whole thing. I'm not going to go into it right now because but I like them. I also took the opportunity to go to a couple of stores, aka Sephora and Mecca Maxima. So in Australia, if you're into beauty as much as I am, you'd know about Sephora. Hello? No, not boo. Not boo. Thank you. Yep, you would know about Sephora. In Australia, we also have Mecca Maxima, which is another outlet. Yeah, you can use that word, outlet for a makeup store. Very similar to Sephora, but has other brands that are not a Sephora. So you've got the two. Anyway, off the back of watching, and I've touched on this last episode, where I watched a YouTube channel with Christina and Alexis, who are the lipstick lesbians, and Christina did a YouTube video with Mario, who is Makeup by Mario. I wanted to try his foundation because I'm going to be honest with you, yeah, yeah, I don't know, something about that video. It's a good video. Anyway, I thought, fuck it. My NARS light reflecting foundation, I've pretty much got a couple, I'm pushing droplets out at this point, which, yeah, can't believe it, but I am. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try a foundation that I've never tried before. Now, I've put it on my face today, and let's round it back into just playing. Okay, so for me, playing with makeup is just play. It is creative, it is relaxing, but all in all, your face is a blank canvas to create a look from what it is to high glam, to goth, to French, to, you know, I don't know. It still absolutely fascinates me that you can, not only are you in control, because when you buy makeup, you purchase the makeup, okay? Unless you get given the makeup, like you. But it is a really exciting, explorative time where you just get to play. And really, you can, not that you are the same person, but you literally become a different person depending on what you do and what makeup you use. So, yeah, bought the new Mario foundation. Now, it has a name, and I did put it here. It is, what is that noise? There's noise in the background. Sorry about that, if you heard that. The makeup I bought from Sephora in Australia is Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Trademarked Foundation. It's 30 mils. I bought the shade 4C. I can talk about it. I'm telling you right now, it's the first time I've used it ever. I have watched YouTube videos in the past where they talked about the fact they've bought it and there seems to be like separation and there seems to be a lot of sparkle. It's the two. Oh, I'm just going to stop it here because my husband's calling me. Give me a second. And I'm back. That was my husband. He was calling. He was just checking because I sent him a message about needing more alcohol. Anyway, so yeah, I'm back. What was I talking about? I was talking about Mario. I was talking about the foundation I bought yesterday. So Makeup by Mario, and it was the Surreal Skin Foundation. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that when I put it on my face, I'm 4C, by the way, as in the colour, if you're my shade or shade reference. And, yeah, I'll tell you right now, I used a brush. It went on shit with a brush. Straight away, it could be that my brush was dirty. I'm going to say to you more, it's the type of foundation that, no, don't even bother. I don't know. Maybe a sponge, maybe your hands. I ended up just putting it on the back of my hand and slavering it all over my face. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I took some pictures of myself. I think that I've put too much on my face, I'll be honest. I felt like I slathered too much. I don't know how I feel about it. I need to use it again. I don't know, it looks heavy, as in it looks very makeup-y when I look at the mirror. Because where I sit in the forge, I actually have my beauty mirror to my right and I can actually lean back away from my microphone and see myself in the mirror. I always say to you, it kind of looks very makeup heavy, but I will be very clear that I've probably put on too much of the foundation because it felt like the first application with the brush did nothing. And it did not like going on my face with the brush, I'll be honest with you. I ended up putting it on the back, like I said, on the back of my hand and smothering it over my face. And I felt like I used too much, multiple pumps, and yeah, I am knowledgeable enough now that less is more, to be honest, and I felt like I used too much. Am I happy with what my makeup looks like in its entirety this afternoon? Yes. May I say to you, I absolutely 100% need to play with this foundation a bit more to give you a clear and honest interpretation of, do I like it or don't like it at all? Right now, it's funny because there's some things that I've tried in the past. I'm going to tell you right now. The NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, as soon as the first time I tried it, I'm like, fuck yeah. Hand on heart, loved it. The only other time that I've had a foundation that I've done that with and consistently then moving forward is the Chanel water tint, where I can tell you, hand on heart, honestly, I can smother that on and I don't smother it actually, very lightly. I put it on my face. You don't need a lot. It's a tint. It's beautiful. From the start, consistent, beautiful. This I need to keep using to give you an honest opinion, because right now I'm not sure. I'm sitting on the fence and the fence is kind of sharp and biting my butt. So I don't know. Some of the other things I bought yesterday on my adventures whilst I was out and about, which is very exciting, is at Sephora. So I bought the makeup by Mario at Sephora. I also bought the new Huda Beauty blush filter. I bought the colour Black Cherry. Haven't used it today. Oh, my microphone's really loud. Looking very much forward to using it tomorrow. Now, I put it on my back of my hand. Yeah, I think it's a cracker. So, can't wait to use that. What else did I buy? Looking at my beauty area to my right as I was speaking to the microphone, I also bought a perfume, just a sample, and I also refreshed on my, what do you call it, Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Yeah, damn you, Charlotte. Yeah, it's fucking good. The other thing I bought from another store, which I just mentioned was Mecca Maxima, is a perfume, a sample. It is from Boy Smells, is the name. It's a crap name. The actual name of the perfume is Suede Pony, EDP, and it's just a 10ml size, by the way. And it is a leather fragrance. If you know me at all, then I will tell you right now, my signature scent is, it is. I was going to say, do I have another one? No, it's not. Signature scent, ombre leather, Tom Ford. Unless there's something that can surpass Tom Ford ombre leather, then that is it for me, as in my leather fragrance, as in I will fucking own you. I've talked about this perfume ad nauseum. Ombre leather, Tom Ford. Mate, if you're into perfume and you haven't tried that, just fucking buy it. Okay? And get back to me and tell me what you think. I love leather scents in perfume. I like dark, I like moody, I like woody, like smoky, I like leather. Like patchouli. There's a lot of stuff I like, but when I Good on your bike, boy. That's a bike going past my forge. By the forge. When I say to you the leather note of a perfume. Oh, thank you. Righto. That was my alarm. That was really loud. When I say to you that a leather note, I should say, in a perfume is sublime, then it is. I'm going to stop there because I need to quickly do something. Give me a second. And I'm back. You'd be like, Amanda, what were you doing? I'll be honest with you. What I was doing was uploading a post in Instagram to promote the premise of this podcast today. And I'll be straight up. Kind of feels like a whole waste of time. But you know what? It again leads back into the topic of discussion today. It's just a bit of play. It's just creation. It's just a post. Someone might watch it. Someone might ignore it. Who cares? But I really want to touch on this today because, yeah, I just feel like as adults, and I'll go back to something that kind of resonates in my mind, and you tell me if you can, I don't know, resonate. I use the same word, but it's such a nice word, communication, that I had to say it again. I was in the shower. Yes, I do shower, by the way. I was in the shower 2 days ago, and the night before, I realised that seemed to be some pressure issues with our water. I won't go into it, but let's just say that it was morning. I hopped in the shower, turned on the hot because, like I said, in Australia, it is winter and it's cold. And I literally had the cold inputted in to the shower, so I had a good temperature. Hopped in naked, and then literally, without a word of the lie, the water just started spitting. It makes me laugh when I was thinking about it because it had a conniption. I didn't know what it wanted to do. It was spitting out. It was making lots of noise. The pipes sounded like they were about to burst. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Eventually it calmed down. But you know what? I just burst into laughter. I spent the entire shower pretty much laughing my head off. And just to think about it, I'm laughing thinking about it. And what it did, it gave me an idea, a spark to think that, you know what, we just don't laugh at ourselves enough. You know what I mean? We just don't embrace that inner child that does stupid, silly shit and with no preconception of right or wrong or worrying about your mum going off or anything. It's not only just that, but it's just the joy in just pure play and the excitement that can bring. And for me, like I mentioned, this podcast is pure joy, absolutely for me. Hand on heart, and I keep saying that, but I want you to resonate. I keep saying resonate. I really do want to ingrain in you my sense of true honesty around the fact that this is just pure joy for me because I absolutely love doing it. Even though it takes multiple times to record, it's okay because I love doing it. And beauty and putting on makeup on my face is just as enjoyable. And to say to you that I sat down this afternoon and I used a new foundation, and I actually dug out a palette that I haven't used enough of, clearly, which is the Odin's Eye palette, which is Angelica's palette, because I was watching a YouTube channel of hers while I was eating my Subway. Yes, beautiful synergy, by the way. That to just put on some beautiful, and I mean, if you're into makeup, you know, you know, when you talk about formula, but when you talk about the joy of colour, okay, if you're into that. Oh, my husband's home. I'm just actually going to stop it because I want to have a chat with him before I get into it anymore. Stop it and I'll be right back. And I'm back. I don't know what time that is. Is this my third time or my fourth time or my fifth time? I'm not quite sure. Doesn't matter. Surmising. Anyway, I was just talking about play. And that for me, just playing with my makeup on a Sunday afternoon and just having fun and just using new formulas and using old ones and then, you know, getting to a place where I have a couple of drinks and relax and do a podcast. Can a girl ask any more than that? And I suppose I want to touch on as well because what did I title? I haven't titled it yet. The title of this podcast, but when I talk about the meaning of play, because like I said, I honestly think that as adults we're so absorbed in our life and in our work and just in our children or everything and all of the above, and then you just forget to have some time for yourself and just, it's not even about relaxing because, you know, there's relaxing and doing things that relax you, like for me, you know, having a remedial massage or just having a therapeutic massage or just, I don't know, sitting out in the sun or just going for a walk or, I don't know, having a day spa at home or having a day spa at a day spa. They're things that can relax you, but I think it's important to acknowledge the difference between relaxing and playing, because when I say that, they're very similar when you think of what the premise of them both are and what the ideal outcome is for both. I would say to you that the outcome could be interpreted as the same in the sense of just disengaging from all the bullshit of life and just taking some time just to tune out and, you know, I don't know, become more aware of self and, I don't know, reboot basically because we all need to do that. But I don't know, I feel there is a clear distinction between when I say play and when I say relax, because playing mightn't be relaxing because it could be quite physical when you think about it in regards to the interpretation of what play is. I mean, I've just mentioned then that playing for me is sitting on my ass playing with makeup. I'm not exerting a lot of energy doing that. And yet the outcome is the same if I was to then play in the physical sense of play a round of golf and I'm exerting energy, and at the end of it, yeah, it's all comes back to the same place where you've just taken the opportunity to disengage from, let's be honest, the bullshit of life and just find solace in just enjoying yourself and having a good time. So I did look up, if you're interested, I did look up Mr. Google and the interpretation of or the meaning of play. So the verb is to engage in activity for enjoyment and recreation rather than serious or practical purpose. So the example that Google provides is the children are playing by the pool. Weird. The second verb is take part in a sport, which I just mentioned. I play squash and badminton. Not at the same time, hopefully. Then the noun being in reference to play is one, activity engaged in for enjoyment and recreation, especially by children. A child at play may use a stick as an aeroplane. Weird. Who's doing that? Mate, do they? I don't know. And number 2, the conducting of a sporting match, rain wrecked the second day's play. So it's when you look at this, when you I literally put in the search bar in Google the meaning of play, it all kind of ties into either an activity that you enjoy or a physical activity. One, same, all-encompassing. I don't know. I think, like I just mentioned, it has to be a clear distinction between, and it doesn't, I'm not the relaxation police, but when I say to you a clear distinction between just relaxing and just, I suppose for that, what I'm talking about is relaxation of mind, relaxation of body, relaxation of thought, meditation comes to mind, which is then very different. I mean, is meditation play? I don't think so. I mean, is it? It could be to some weird monks. No, I would say to you play is more playful. It's just more buoyant and maybe more innocent and, I don't know, exciting, where you kind of if I was to say relaxation is about coming down, where play is more about coming up. I suppose that's probably how I would describe it, as in the sense of energy and the energy you expend. Relaxation is more about coming down and quieting all those physical processes, where play is engaging in increasing physical I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. They are different. But anyway, I really wanted to talk about this today because, like I mentioned, I think I'll use myself as an example, which I always do, that, if you're someone who loves makeup and playing with makeup, and like I said, for me, giving you a quick snapshot of what my Sunday, and if I aim for that, because sometimes in its entirety I don't, it's just about doing the podcast, but it really is that opportunity just to play with some makeup that I've used before or I haven't used before, or there's a bit of that and a bit of this and a bit of that, and altogether it's a smorgasbord of stuff that I put on my face, and I just create and just relax and enjoy. And being creative and playing is relaxing, and I suppose that's where it comes down to, that play and that physical play as well, because in the end there's playing, like I said, with my makeup, which then relaxes me, but then there's the example of the physical component. You go and, I don't know, have a hectic game of rugby league, and then on the other side you're exhausted and you've played an awesome game and hopefully you won, and you've expended some energy and you find some peace in that. So I just think that really the premise of this podcast today was not only to talk about some of the products I just bought at Sephora and Mecca, which is kind of exciting for me, maybe not for you, but definitely for me, that, I don't know, as adults, and like I said, I'll give that example when I was in the shower and just pissing myself laughing about the water pressure, is, I don't know, it's just so, we know this. As human beings, we know this. If you are someone, though, who's under the pump, and may that be through life and family and all of the above, you actually know this, but then taking the time to go, stop and take your own medicine. Is that the terminology I want to use? Not really. I don't know. It's just, I think anyone who's got half a brain, I'm going to be very clear here, anyone who has any semblance of a brain, an understanding of yourself and how you cope and your life and how you cope with stress or how you just cope altogether, then you have to acknowledge the importance of just taking time out of that everyday machine, which is life and work and children and family and all of the above, and just doing something that just takes you out of that mindset. But I would challenge you to say that it's not just, I don't know, playing a game of footy with your mates, but which is not a bad thing. I would say to you, let's even extend that to finding one thing or finding multiple things where you are just absolutely 100% engaged in creativity and having fun and childlike in a sense, because makeup is, yeah, can be, what am I trying to spit out? It is. There is components of just playing and just having fun, and, you know, I can, in my mind's eye, think about that child that's just, you know, got the primary colours at primary school and little pots of paint, and they're using their fingers and they're doing some weird finger painting with yellow, blue and red. And they're absolutely, you know, enamoured and absorbed in that one project for their mum and dad. And for that period of time, they love it, and they're getting dirty, and it's wet and it's weird and it's uncomfortable, but it's fun. And yeah, I just think, you know, let's just all take, not just, I mean, the physical is clearly important. It's something I need to do more of, but yeah, just taking those times in your life just to have some innocent play and fun and whatever that looks like for you. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that today because I was just thinking about, for me, what my play is, and it leads into creativity, of course, because for me it is something where I've mentioned really this self-journey and self-development journey where I'm kind of, you know, I've done the looking back and I've done the present, and I've done the emotion, I've done the thought and feelings and reception and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to dismiss that in any way, shape or form. But I really now want to kind of project and move forward in the sense of those positive things that are going to then, I know, create a sense of engagement and a sense of calm and happiness and joy and all those positive feelings that can only be good. And yeah, for me, I really are discovering, and it's always been there. I say this and I say it to all, but I'm kind of more saying it to myself. I know this. I know that I'm a creative person, and, you know, that comes through on this podcast, and it comes through on my makeup, and it comes through on the clothes I wear, or it comes through the way I speak sometimes. And for me at work, it comes through the way I, you know, do things like Excel spreadsheets and use of colour. And yeah, I think we all can benefit from that. I know I am. And for me, these are things that I want to share with my listeners. So yeah, if you're something that you don't have in your life in regards to just playing and just finding something fun and childlike in something, may that be painting, may that be, like I said, I'm going to go back a step. It's about creating. So for me, play, like I said, it's that physical exertion, but it's also just that childlike innocence in, I know, doing a craft or painting or singing or, I know, doing pottery or playing in the garden or, I mean, I don't need to list all the creative hobbies that people can have in their entire life, but honestly, it's not that hard to think about something if you want to give a shit about taking time out from the minutiae of life, that to find one thing to then, dive deep into. And yeah, it's not that difficult. And no, I don't need to make it any more difficult by my ramblings. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying now. Anyway, so let's just recap on this whole podcast. Really, this podcast was just, apart from the rock and the tequila and how nice it is and this energy drink. I'm just having a sip of this energy drink. Drink break. I'm going to be honest with you, it's pretty shit. It tastes all right. It's just not a monster. It's just all right. I'm not going to poo-poo it in its entirety, but the Muscle Energy or Muscle Nation energy drink, you could do better. You could do better. No. True. It's true facts here. True fact. Yes, it's not all about tequila and bad energy drinks. It's just, this is just think about it. I don't know. It's not that hard. I really do implore you, for those who listen to this podcast and maybe listen not to my ramblings and my drunken ramblings, that is, I really want you to listen to what I'm putting down. I actually do want you to. Yeah, is there something that you enjoy doing just for the sake of having some fun and playing and that childlike fun that, you might fuck up and it's embarrassing and it's kind of awkward but at the same time it's exciting and you create something, and may that be create a beautiful look on your face or create a beautiful finger painting or a beautiful picture out of charcoal. I don't know, whatever that is for you. And yeah, I just really encourage you to do that, because for me, it is something that I've now have a greater sense of awareness of, even though the awareness has always been there. But I'm saying to you that it's these things that are going to create a greater sense of joy when, you can't just – I think it's important – what I'm trying to spit out, I think it's important to look at everything, like everything. If you are talking about self-development, it's important to look at everything, the good and the bad. But then I think it's even more important to then implement things that are going to fill that void which you've just let go. And a part of that void is play. So anyway, I think I've rambled on enough today. I'm going to have to listen back to this because literally I've stopped like 4 or 5 times. I pretty much feel like I'm now sober. And at the start or middle of this podcast, I was drunk. I blame Terramana. More importantly, I blame Dwayne Johnson for this. No, don't blame myself. No, silly me. But anyway, if you are interested in these kind of conversations, or if there's a topic you're interested in and you'd like me to discuss, you can reach out to me anytime via my email address, segue, at info@thetequilahour.com.au. Like I've mentioned previously, you can reach out to me anytime via Instagram as well. So I use Instagram as my primary social platform. Nice. Which is, again, page is being the Tequila Hour, and I also have my personal page, _1_Amanda, with YouTube corresponding channels as well. And finally, my favourite podcast platforms, apart from Buzzsprout, which supports my platform, is Spotify. So I would highly appreciate if you could give a 5-star review, and you can also contact me via Spotify, believe it or not, and leave me a message. But now at 1 hour and 1 minute at 5:39 p.m. in Australia, New South Wales, the secret location on the 7th. I am going to leave it there. So thank you to all those who do listen and who take the time to download my podcast. I am very close to reaching a personal goal. I'm pretty sure that in July, if I give it, I don't know, something might happen. But by the end of this year, and I'd like to think prior to that, I will reach the goal that I'm talking about. And when I do, mate, there will be a celebration. So anyway, like I said, thank you to those who do listen and take the time to download. And I will catch you on the next one. See ya. Bye. I'm the last